Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. And if you're new here, welcome to the pack. Grab a chair, grab a drink, because this one's going to be a ride. Today we're diving deep into the Division 2's new Retaliation mode. The mode that Massive is billing as the next big open world shakeup. We're talking territorial controls, endless waves of enemies, exotic blueprints as rewards, and on paper, it sounds like the kind of thing the community's been asking for years. But here's the real question. Does it actually deliver, or is it just more filler to keep us busy in Year 7? Before we unpack all that, a quick shout out to the MPVs of this channel. Subscribers, members, and the folks who support beyond likes. You're seeing the thumbs up wall on the screen right now. These are the agents keeping the lights on here. If you want your handle up there, hit the join button. I check my stats of the channel every day to see the comments, check the subs, and I check memberships. Once I see new members, I immediately update the wall so that I can showcase them in the following videos. To my subscribers and members, thank you so much for supporting my channel. It means a lot to me. Okay, let's do it. So, what in the blue flying hell are Retaliations? Think of them as Division 2's attempt to make an open world setup matter again. You know how control points, bounties, and random patrols feel like filler content after a while? Retaliations is meant to remix that into something bigger, more chaotic, and supposedly more rewarding. Here's the loop. You fill an agitation meter by fighting a faction. Missions, control points, bounties, random activities. All of that XP goes towards winding up the enemy. This is a very similar function and mechanic like generating the heat of the Nemesis in Descent. And once the meter is full, you've got a 6-hour window to trigger a retaliation. And when you do, you get dropped into a private open world instance. No random agents. No friendly NPCs wandering around. Just you and your squad versus the faction that's pissed off at you. The timer starts at 8 minutes. And you extend it by killing enemies or capturing control points. The win condition? Retake every control point in that zone before the clock runs out. It's simple, but that's part of what makes it interesting. It's not some overcomplicated raid mechanic. It's the core Division gameplay loop turned into a pressure cooker. And it's permanent. This isn't some seasonal gimmick that disappears after 3 months. Retaliations are here to stay, just like bounties. You'll be able to play them in DC, New York, and Brooklyn. So whether you're a die-hard open world player or someone who usually runs raids, you're going to see these things pop up. Now let's get into the rules, because this isn't your regular run and gun. No fast travel. You spawn in the safe house and hoof it wherever you gotta go. This means if your map knowledge is trash, you're gonna pay for it. Shortcut routes, knowing alleyways, knowing which buildings cut through, all of that suddenly matters again. And the zone is locked down. Try to leave, and it's game over. No cheating your way around the map. And the goal? Retake all control points. It's pretty straightforward, but harder in practice when every single one is stacked against you. Along the way, the mode throws curveballs. Random enemy waves spawn in the open world, very reminiscent of Div 1's West Side Piers. Anyone who played that remembers the constant enemy patrols that made the map feel alive. Same vibe here, but tuned up. And control points aren't standard anymore. You're not walking in, clearing reds, and firing a flare. You're dealing with multiple wave battles. Sometimes with bizarre enemy comps. Could be all rushers, all tanks, an entire squad of suicide bombers. Kill squads. These are the wild card. Random mini-boss teams that spawn and hunt you while you're mid-mission. Sometimes they'll ambush you on the way to the control point, and sometimes they'll just roll up mid-fight, and suddenly it's a three-way brawl. The rules are pretty simple. The execution? Not so much. Alright, let's talk about the carrot on the stick, the rewards. For the first time in Division 2 history, Retaliations offer exotic blueprints. And I don't mean the reconfigurations. I mean the actual scratch-made exotics. Now, before you get too excited, raid exclusives like the Eagle Bearer, the Ravenous, the Regulus, those are not included. Project-based exotics like Ridgeway's Pride, also not included. But everything else in the general loot pool, fair game. And the way you get them? Well, they drop after you kill the Kill Squad bosses. You need special crafting materials that only drop in Retaliation to actually make the exotics. There are even conversion blueprints so that you can swap resources around if you're getting bottlenecked. Why does this matter? Well, because until now, if you wanted a specific exotic, you were praying to RNGesus or grinding a project. Retaliations finally give you a grindable path, and for veteran players who've already have everything, it's a reason to log back in. This is the kind of system that should have been in the game years ago. So how does it actually feel to play? Well, let's hit the positives first. Finally, open world matters again. You're not just fast traveling between activities. You're moving through the city and it feels alive. No fast travel is actually a good thing. It forces map knowledge, which is something we all kind of lost after years of fast traveling everywhere else. Kill squads add unpredictability. Even if they're not tuned perfectly, the idea is solid. The timer creates urgency. That ticking clock keeps you moving, keeps you aggressive. Now the criticisms, and this is not necessarily a bad thing. It might be too easy for vets. On my test character with no SHD or expertise, it was a decent challenge. On a maxed out main, it risks being a cakewalk. The timer feels inconsistent. You fail one control point early and you're done. But clear one and suddenly you've got more than enough time. So that needs fine-tuning. Enemy waves are kinda underwhelming. Too many reds and purples, not enough elites. If you're running a proper build, they're basically XP pinatas. And kill squads? Well, they're cool in theory, but I didn't find them scary enough, tough enough. Right now, they feel more like elite patrols than actual bosses. If I'm not sweating when I see that kill squad inbound message, something's missing. So where does that leave us? Retaliations has a strong foundation. They bring players back into the open world, they remix the gameplay loop, and they finally reward us with exotic blueprints. But here's the risk. Unless Massive tunes this properly, it'll just become another pushover mode. Something we farm for a week and then forget about it. Like the Summit. Maybe even Countdown. Here's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see difficulty tiers. Just like the open world. Normal, hard, challenging, heroic, maybe even legendary. Let us choose the pain level. I would also like to see more enemy not necessarily diversity, density. Density was the word I was looking for. Don't hold back. Flood us. Make us sweat. But not too much. Variety in squad types. Suicide bomber squads, tank squads, rogue agents with skill. Crank the chaos up a little bit. Would like to see a smarter AI, though. Right now, too many enemies are just standing there waiting to be mowed down. If kill squads use skills like defenders or oxidizers, that would and could be a way of mixing things up in the best way. The framework is solid. With the right tweaks, Retaliation could easily become the most replayable open-world activity since Division 1's survival mode. So here's the bottom line. Retaliations are one of the most promising additions we've seen in years. They push players back into the open world, add a sense of pressure, and finally reward exotics in a new way. But, unless Massive dials up the difficulty and enemy variety, this could end up as wasted potential. When I see a Kill Squad notification, I don't want to feel relief for more loot coming my way. I want to feel that oh crap moment, that nervous energy that makes Division combat so good. And that's my take. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Retaliations are the answer to Division 2's stale endgame? Or just another distraction to pad Year 7? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Massive shoutouts to all the bad dogs in the HBD gaming community. Links to merch, Discord, and clan info are down below and on your screen. And don't forget to check out the Fellow Bad Dogs section, where I post other creators who deserve the same love you've shown me. And if you're a creator who wants to get featured, hit me up. We'll work something out. And until the next one, this is Hannibal, signing off.